applied to this, it reacts with NOx and converts NOx back to nitrogen. Okay, so these catalysts are theoretically very good, effective, and it can bring down NOx well below 100. But then this do not work in a high ash environment, because this catalyst block, this get damaged, this get eroded because of high ash flow. And when this catalysts get eroded, this ammonia slipping takes place, and then this slipped ammonia reacts with sulfur trioxide in fuel, and they produced one intermediate compound, one compound called, what is that, ammonium bisulfate, which is a sticky substance in the air preheater. That small elements are there in the air preheater, heat transfer elements, so that get deposited in the air heater heat transfer element, and that make the plant ineffective, I mean not capable of operating. So that chokes the air preheaters, and we are not able to operate the plant. So that is the reasons we have represented to the this thing ministry, and we have appealed to above this value. What was that value? 100. So this 100 is NOx value is not achievable. We have represented, and probably this is going to be changed, and this is going to be revised to 300, which is somewhat possible by staging combustion. So in our new boilers, which we have already ordered, there we are giving limit as 300, expecting that this limit will be revised to 300. So okay, this is about this NOx control. This SOx control and NOx control, we have taken actions on these two, the emission control of these two pollutants. Any comments, sir? Any views on this? Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You may.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, and then this on carbon capture and utilization systems, we have done few pilot projects. We are not doing it in large scale. We have made some pilot projects for capturing CO2 from flue gas stream and converting into methanol, which will be fired back in the boiler. The CO2 is captured from flue gas. We are using some amine solutions to capture that. It gets absorbed in the solvent, and then by heating we remove this CO2, which is again reacting with hydrogen. In the pilot plant, we are producing hydrogen by using solar power, which involves electrolysis of water, and it consumes a lot of power. So this by hydrogenation of CO2, which is captured from flue gas, we are producing methanol, which is fired back in the boiler. Okay. In some of our plant, we are proposing to produce urea also by using this CO2 by reacting with ammonia. So ammonia by air separation method will produce nitrogen, and then that will react with hydrogen, and then ammonia will be produced, and that ammonia will be used for producing ammonia by utilizing the CO2 captured from boiler exit flue gas. Okay, this is also another pilot plant we are planning, but this is operational. This CO2 to methanol plant is operational. This is a smaller capacity, 10 ton per day methanol we are producing, and we are capturing 20 tons per day of CO2. Even in developed countries also, they have only pilot plants, what so far my knowledge goes. They don't have large scale facilities for capturing large amount of CO2 which is produced from these high capacity boilers. Okay. And then another area where we are working is that biomass co-firing. This biomass is considered to be a carbon neutral fuel. Okay. This UNFCCC have declared or have accepted that biomass is a carbon neutral fuel, and we are all aware, because I am a victim of this. I live in Noida, so in this NCR, particularly during month of November, December, and January, the entire city gets choked because of the stubble burning which happens in the farm, which is by the farmers in the particularly in Haryana region. So they burn these stubbles, the residue of paddy residues and all. So that leads to generation of huge carbon dioxide and other pollutants, and that creates a very serious situation in the entire northern capital region. And there is enough agro residue available. It has huge potential. So biomass co-firing we have started in our existing boiler with some minor changes in the operating practices, because biomass is of course its characteristics are highly varying depending on the source of the biomass, but then it has volatile matter of the order of 50 to 60% and high moisture also. But then torrefied biomass, which is again expensive, but that its characteristic is somewhat nearer to coal. So as of now, we have test fired up to 10% of biomass in many of our boilers, and it is mandated that 5% biomass and 2% municipal solid waste, the charcoal produced from MSW. So this is mandated, either 7% biomass or 5% biomass and 2% MSW charcoal. So many of our plants right now we are firing this in 19 of our plants, and remaining plants we are starting this operation. So this biomass co-firing up to certain percentage will not only lead to solution to this stubble burning problem, it will also provide us a substitute fuel in all coal-based plants. And types of biomass what we are getting from different sources. For this the properties, particularly these heat values and VM percentage varies widely, but torrefied but we have set up few plants also internally inside the plant, small capacity plants for production of torrefied biomass pellets. Okay, and we are also using this municipal solid waste charcoal. The charcoals, there are few plants in Varanasi, Bhatinda, in northern regions, few plants have already been set up to produce torrefied charcoal from municipal solid waste, and that we are firing. This also we have test fired in some of our small capacity boilers. In one of the smallest boiler, 110 megawatt boilers, we have fired biomass, this MSW charcoal up to even 40%. So MSW charcoal, its characteristics are more or less, if it is a torrefied one, its characteristics are more or less similar to that of coal. So there is not much problem, but then production is an issue. This segregation of the wastes and then converting into torrefied charcoal. There are some challenges in it, but once if it is available, firing it in existing boiler is not much difficult. Okay, so what are we aiming is that for low carbon transitions, that renewables capacity has to increase, and then green hydrogens, we have some lot of work is going on in this field, green hydrogen area, and then carbon captures and its utilizations. We have done only some pilot projects, and for reducing this carbon intensity, other than setting up or increasing the renewable capacity, we'll have to go for cleaning of the existing coal plants or reducing emission from the existing coal plants. So this is how we are planning to achieve this our by 2070 net zero, and the short-term target by 2030, this carbon intensity reductions by 40% and emission reductions. We are working towards that. But this 50% energy requirement from RE, for that, I think more storage capacity, there has to be significant increase in storage capacity, which needs some development in energy storage technology probably. And also the leveraging advanced technologies, and for further improvement and analysis, we will, as the objective of the program is directed towards utilizing this AI ML and make the process more effective to reduce emission and to meet energy security. Okay. So this is how we are aiming to achieve this net zero target. Coal power plants relevance will be there, and then nuclear power plant capacity for baseload operations, and the increase in renewable energy capacity, and this hydrogen economy. We have new cells to take care of this or to develop in this field, and then collaborations with all our partners. This is how we are aiming towards achieving net zero as committed to UNFCCC by 2070. So thank you very much, and I would be happy to listen to your comments, sir.
Dear participants, please ask question or anything else you have to, because so many persons are there who are not from the related field. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Professor Chandra, I can hear.
Okay, okay. So for this, dear participants, you are requested to put your questions or query with sir. So there is, I think, there is nothing, no query there. Thank you very much, Kapunda. There is some disturbance in my home today, actually.
Okay.
So some abnormal sound is gone.
Thank
Thank you very much for your giving the time, the
Thank you
precious
very much.
time. They have.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity. I'm honored to have interacted with you
So
all. It's my pleasure.
I
Thanks a
shall
lot.
contact you later, because there is some other procedures are also there. Some fill
Thank you.
up, so that
Sure.
will be done later on.
One of the candidates has raised his hand, so probably he might have some questions.
Okay, okay, okay. Hey, Bhimsen, you guide me, because in my home there is so many disturbance.
আচ্ছা, সৌমিত্র, Professor সৌমিত্র সামন্ত,
Has he raised his hand intentionally or unintentionally?
oh no,
His
no,
phone
sorry,
is not
he had
working.
left.
So why don't you type it out? We can read it out. Dr. Ray, you can
Yes.
stop sharing so that the.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, just click there, stop sharing. Yes.
Stop sharing, sir.
So Soumitra must be typing his question. What about the cost of biomass versus coal?
Sir, biomass is expensive, but for us it is passed on. We are passing on this to the customers, but this is a mandate given to us. And not only the cost of biomass, the deterioration in efficiency and auxiliary power consumption that we are incurring, that is also reimbursed to us.
So which means that suppose a plant is getting a mandate of using so many tons of biomass.
Yes, sir.
And there is a efficiency penalty. So
Yes, sir.
who is paying for that? How is the consumer paying for that?
Yeah, so there is some changes in efficiency, because there will be some changes in the boiler parameters, particularly meal parameters, because
Right.
it's a high VM fuel. Its VM is of the order of sometimes 50% or even higher, up to 60%. So whatever loss in efficiency is happening, because of that, whatever that accounts we are giving to the regulatory bodies, so this is taken care of in the pricing, and customers will be paying, beneficiaries are paying slightly extra money for that. So this is passed on, and the cost of biomass is included in the fuel cost. So as if the fuel is expensive for us.
Okay.
How
So
you mitigate the chlorine, the high amount of chlorine in the biomass? So can that affect the boiler tubes and etc.?
Okay, actually biomass during its production stage, when the pellet is formed, at some intermediate temperatures, we have seen that, we have, in fact, we came to know that it produces some toxic toxic components, which happens in the pallet manufacturing plants.
Okay,
So
okay.
we are some furan, dioxin, furan, this kind of some poisonous chemicals are formed. So these are formed at the pallet forming facilities. So there it is stringently taken care of.
Oh.
But once it comes to us, other than its physical properties like VM, moistures and all, we do not face much problems. In fact, when we did this pilot firing, we have kept these testing agencies and all to monitor the flue gas conditions stringently. So there no abnormalities or no some poisonous chemicals were found during its test firing. So now we are firing it.
Okay, thank you.
Sir.
There is another question from
Sir.
Dr. Mithun Das. What
Sir.
about thorium-based nuclear power plants in future?
Okay, probably I'm not the right person to respond to that question, but I think it is still in research stage probably. And we are whatever fuel, the spent fuel is there, we are preserving it, expecting that this technology will come and we'll be able to use it. Because that's a different cell. I am not very much conversant with that technology.
But these small and medium reactor things are coming up heavily.
SMRs, our cells are different. Our nuclear cell is involved in this research.
Mm-hmm. And what are the capacities of those?
This SMR is by defined, it is 10 to 300 megawatt, but the one which we are trying to develop is of 25 megawatt capacity.
Okay.
And the one which we are going to install of 700 megawatt, that is PHWR in Rajasthan. 4 units are coming up under installation.
So I think if there is no further question, Professor Shatra, you can conclude.
I request Professor Tudu to conclude because there is so many work is going on at my home and so many sounds. I think you can do that.
Okay.
So, Professor Tudu.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Roy, for your, insightful lecture. Probably the participant has got, more and more insights of these power plants and the current status of the energy. So with this, I again, thank Professor Dr. Roy for his, elaborative the talk. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
And thank you. And
Thank
sir,
you very much. My pleasure, sir. Thank you.
okay, we will get.
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and small announcement from the organizer to the participants.
Sir,
Like,
wait, sir. Then.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Doctor, you can leave.
Okay. So small announcement, like today we have started our session from 10 because the Professor Chakraborty's, time crisis. But tomorrow onwards, we will start at 10:45. The same link for joining your this course. So same link will work for all the 12 days that we are having. So you can join. Those who have basically put their yes marks in the mail, they will be automatically, allowed to join in. Rest probably they have to wait for the, moderator to join or let them in. So
No. No. Those who have already joined today, they can join easily tomorrow.
Yes, that's exactly how it.
হ্যাঁ বলো হ্যাঁ আজকের মতো শেষ আবার কাল
So tomorrow onwards we will start at 10:45. We have the first session. We have the lectures from Professor Gurunath sir from IISc Bangalore. Then second lecture will be delivered by Professor Amitabh Gupta of Jadavpur University. Then third lecture will be by Professor Shukanto De of Presidency University. And the last but not the least, definitely, is from industry people who is in LTI Mindtree, a company which is basically deals with the AI/ML and practical application of this AI/ML. So you will get to know the exact, the practical scenario, what is happening right now. So this 4 session we will be having tomorrow. In the meantime, what we will do, we will be sharing the demarcated slot for the individual presentation that you will be having. So we don't have the presentation slot tomorrow, but day after tomorrow we will be having one slot for presentation. So by today I will be sharing this slot, I mean demarcation. That's all from this side. So thank you once again. So see you tomorrow again. Thank you. Okay, sir. Anything else, sir? You want to? Hello. Hello. Okay, sir. If there is some technical issues might be, but thank you all. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.